So far this season, Poole's averaging 23 points a game, 5 assists, and a league-leading 2.8 steals per game on 45, 45, 92 shooting splits. 5 more points than he averaged in his first season in Washington. Poole is leading the team in scoring and second in field goal attempts behind Kyle Kuzma. So even Draymond remarked on Poole's improved play this season in his post-game interview.
He's playing better. He's playing a lot better. I think his shot selection, you come to a new situation. I've never done it, but I've watched a lot of it. But as a competitor, you just want to show everything that you can do. You want to show that you're the guy. And I think last year he was pressing a lot. He just wanted it to happen so bad. And this year he's a lot more settled in. He's not taking some of the shots that he was taking last year. They were bad shots. And I don't think it was a matter of selfishness. I think it was a matter of wanting it so bad to prove to people that I can have my own team, that I can come here and be successful, that it ends up working against you.
He said he never experienced it. Why are you giving this dude advice? It's something you never experienced. You giving this nigga advice for? It's weird. It's weird. I mean, he was on concussion protocol for a whole year. Like, they had to put the big helmet on Jordan during practices that they be wearing in the football games. They be wearing the big cushion helmet. Talking about, your vision is blurred. His vision was blurred for 82 games, right? He could barely see. He was throwing it in the ocean.
No, he took some bad. I mean, what he's saying...
Run around with his
head. You can't say you don't experience it, then you give the explanation. I get that point. He was taking some horrible shots, right?
He played very bad.
He played like a six-man. Right?
We talked about it.
Yeah, he played like, come in, win a penalty, change the tempo.
Yeah, he took some of the same shots in Golden State.
Yeah, that's what I said. He took the same shots. It's just not you a starter.
The same team.
You know what I mean? You gotta play starter basketball. Yeah. This is the erratic behavior basketball. Right? It's like you want to come off the bench, and when he came off the bench, he was popping again.
Did he start this game against?
They didn't know he started. Last year they brought him off the bench for a couple games, and it was a weird one for him because usually 6 men don't turn the starters over.
They was trying to put him back in the same position to see if he could play with
it was like, yeah. It was like J.R. Smith early, right, as a 6-man, and then say, oh, here's your own team.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Yeah, you talking about the Hornets, New Orleans?
No, just period. Just period. Like, no one's ever been, what happened to Jordan Poole is kind of rare, right? Like
who has it happened to?
A 6-man that just inherits the
James Harden. I'm saying other than James.
But he played, but he knew how to play basketball.
He did, but I'm saying other than James. What 6-man that we know of that played that role consistently for good teams, right? That turned and had their own team
the next year.
And succeeded at it. Yeah. But just even had their own team. And the good ones that we speak of, they remained 6 men for the duration of their career.
What year was that James did it? 4th year? 3rd year?
I think his 4th year he ended up in
Houston.
Yeah.
I think it just happened a little early for Jordan Poole.
Entering year 4.
It was the same thing with Jordan Poole, right?
It was 4th year? Year 4 or year 3?
Yeah.
Year
4.
Jordan Poole?
3 or 4, whatever. It's about the same amount of time.
Sorry, son.
Yeah, it's about the same amount of time.
But even when James came in, he still played
year 5 for Poole.
Yeah. Year 5. So last year or this year?
Year 6.
This is just he was going year 5. So therefore.
Yeah, he was stuck.
Right?
First 4 with the Warriors.
Therefore
the timeline matches up.
Yeah, it wasn't like you was on the 6-man on a bad team. Like you was on the 6-man on a really good team that was winning championship team, and you didn't learn shit. That's what the big issue was last year. You could have stepped into that situation last year and done a whole lot different. Yeah. And we all thought that you would have. being from where you came from, which was the organization that you came from. If you was playing that role in a bad organization, we all would have been like, okay. But you came from the Warriors where people held them to a higher standard at that point.
Well, he's the only one we could really say that came from the Warriors that had the ability to actually have their own team for the first time.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. That's rare.
The whole critique of it is rare. Even it's fair. It may be fair, but it's still
because we're
rare.
looking at the fact that you had Steph in front of you. Yeah, right.
But if you look at it, as you say,
so you should learn something.
Sean Livingston, all those guys who never left that team to be something else. Jordan Poole's probably
no, but they drafted Jordan Poole though.
That's what I'm saying. He's the first.
They didn't draft Sean Livingston. They didn't,
or any of the guys.
That's J.R. Smith, and Nick Young.
Those guys were inherited to those teams.
Right.
So for you to draft a guy and you to come in as a rookie, as a baby, and this is already a winning organization already when you step foot in the door.
Yeah, you're not prime. I'm thinking he's not priming himself to leave the organization to go be anything.
But you should be yes, I hear you, but you should be learning something in the process. What we were talking about earlier about leadership, right?
It just wasn't to be a leader.
But what was he learning? He was learning his role.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for their role.
My role is come in with 3 minutes left in the quarter,
be hot,
get it and get hot.
Yes, I'm Benny Johnson.
Yes, but picking up good behaviors.
My godfather.
In the process, you ain't got to use them. You got to fucking use them. But you watching the shots that these dudes taking when the game on the line. You can move when you learning those things, right? You should be. That's what we expect.
I'm just waiting for my time to take those shots.
So that's my point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm saying he literally wasn't ready yet.
He didn't learn nothing.
Because he wasn't ready. He was still a pre.
Year 5.
He's still looking like, I can't wait to shoot shots like that. Think about it.
Therefore, in year 5,
but think about year 4, we won.
Yeah, should have been doing
me shooting shots like that.
So therefore, you going in year 5, I got this
on the same. I'm not thinking about leaving this team. I'm thinking about keeping my role.
Maxey started off as a 6. See, Maxey's different because he started off as a 6-man, got into a starting role, had different minutes, got to be the leader a couple games, right? So he's adjusted, right? It wasn't 6-man starter. Yeah. Your own team, not another starter there, your own team. And he coming in preseason thinking like, yeah, man, I'm about to take like 75 shots, brother. And then it's 75 shots as a 6-man. Yeah. It's 6-man. Like, I'm about to do the double script over here. Like, you know what I mean? Go out of bounds. That's James Harden in preseason. James Harden at UCLA. Yeah. Like, no, Poole, you can't, no, you can't do that, right?
You can't work on that.
you can't work on that.
These games count. hey, this is going on our record.
Right, yeah. Like, when we sub you out, Steph Curry and Clay ain't coming back in. It's you.
So let's keep this moving. We got some breaking news to report.